Sacred Beings and welcome to my channel. Today we are in a different seating arrangement than I normally am. Normally I'm sitting over there, but I thought it's a beautiful day outside even though you can't really see because there's glare. But I thought with all the light in here that this would be a okay place to sit to record today's video. Today's video is requested by one of you amazing, beautiful sacred beings. Thank you for this request. We are going to be talking about your Atmakaraka. Hopefully I'm saying that right. And we will get into what this term means, what it is, but basically we are going to be finding out what your soul's true desire is. So your higher self's true desire of coming to earth again, and some more fun things about yourself using your birth chart. So I'm going to show you how to use your birth chart and how to learn the real reason of why you decided to come back to earth in this lifetime. So if this sounds interesting to you and you would like to be part of our spiritual community growing together while on our sacred journeys, then please subscribe. But without further ado, let's get started because I'm excited to share with you why I am here at this time. Let's go. Okay, so let's jump right into what is Atmakaraka. So Atma means the soul. Karaka or Karaka is the significator. So Atmakaraka is the significator of the soul's desire. According to Vedic philosophy, remember we always use like our sidereal chart, which is a Vedic astrology. So that's always talks about the higher self. But according to that, a soul is reborn because it has unfinished desires that were left unfulfilled in previous lives. And it is born again to get another opportunity to satisfy them. So reincarnation. And I know a lot of people don't believe in reincarnation, and that is okay. But if you're here, you probably do. So today we're going to find out why is it that you came back to earth, or why you're here maybe for the first time. Today we will reveal your desires, your soul's purpose for returning, discover if you will struggle or fulfill them in this life, and hopefully bring you some clarity and peace by uncovering your Atmakaraka. So to begin, you will need your Vedic astrology or sidereal birth chart. Today we are using a new source. So I know I normally use astro-charts.com, but today we are using something new. And I like this one we're going to be using today because it has a lot more information other than what we're talking about, so you can read all about yourself. So let's get started. You want to Google, so go to Google and type in cafe astrology, one word, Vedic chart. And you want to click on the first link called Free Sidereal Birth Calculator. Of course, the first thing you want to do after you click that link is type in all of your information, and then it's going to look like this after you submit that information. But you want to scroll down until you see planets and points in the sign. And then as you see, this site has a lot of info and it breaks everything down for you. But you just want to go to planets and points of the sign in the signs. And although it's harder to locate what we're looking for because there's so much information on there, in order to know your Atmakaraka, you will need to find the planet with the highest degree. So you just want to scroll through all those and look at every single sign, every single degree. It's the first number for the highest one. So for example, mine is Mars in Pisces. So it's going to say a planet in a zodiac, and then it's going to have a digit. It's going to have a digit, the symbol of the sign, and then the little degrees. But you just want to look at the first digit before the symbol. So for example, and I'm going to scoot over so all of the stuff will be over here. But for example, mine is Mars in Pisces. It's a 29. So that's the highest one that I have. And when you find the highest number, what is the planet? So mine is Mars, and that's what you want. That is your Atmakaraka. That is your planet, is Mars. And I know I talked about planetary personalities in a previous video, so you can check that out if you want to. But it's totally different than that. This is the highest degree. And then once you know the planet, then you want to find that planet in your house. So to do that, you need to scroll all the way down until it says planets and points in the houses. Look for that planet in a house. For example, mine is Mars in the 9th house. So you may also have the same planet on the cusp of the next house. So it is important to look at both, because at the bottom of mine, there is a note on there on mine that says, since Mars is very close to the next house cusp, the next item is also relevant. So if yours says that, you want to be reading, you want to use both of those. So now that you know the highest degree planet and then which house it is, then you can use this knowledge to learn more about yourself, your higher self. So the website we are going to be using to gather the information about your Atmakaraka, because what that information was just getting the info that we needed. But use that website I gave you to read all that stuff, because that's going to teach you a lot about yourself. But for this video, for the Atmakaraka, we're using a different website with that information, which is called astrobix.com. So the next step after you have that is to Google search Atmakaraka, your planet. So Google, for example, I'm Googling Atmakaraka Mars. And when I do that, it's going to be the first link. So here's the picture. It's the first link, and make sure it is Astrobix site, because that's what we're using. Once you click on it, it's gonna look like this, with this little guy on it, like orange website. But you want to scroll down till it says Impact of Atmakaraka Mars, or whichever one you are. So let's read a little bit about mine, shall we? Let's get vulnerable here, right? I love getting vulnerable for you guys and just telling you all about myself and secrets that I don't even know. So we're learning together. So if you have your Atmakaraka in Mars like I do, people with Atmakaraka Mars should refrain from any sort of violence. Mars is a planet of fire element and essential for good health. Energy levels of the native, or if you have this as your highest degree, are quite high. So our energy levels are quite high. It has control over substance inside bones in the body, so bone marrow. If Mars is strong in the horoscope, the person will look younger than his age. I'm 30, so what do you guys think? Mars is a cruel planet, aggressive, and does not give up easily. So we talked about being a Martian, but this is different. But they do talk about the planet, which sounds very similar to Mars and Martians. The natives don't think much, but just carry out orders. They are best suited for the army, paramilitary forces, police force. It is believed that Mars gives the native the ability to wield weapons. Due to the presence of an Atmakaraka Mars, a person has a strong desire to win every battle. Such a person wants to prove his or her strength in front of everyone. People with Atmakaraka Mars are great fighters. They gradually realize the futility of war mongering, which is their great lesson of life. They should always stick to the path of non-violence. People with Atmakaraka Mars are inclined towards martial arts. They usually take lessons for Kung Fu, Taekwondo, Karate, etc. If a person with Atmakaraka Mars is spiritual, he or she may learn Hatha Yoga and other physical exercises to remain strong and ever youthful, so long as these are practiced as a spiritual discipline like the monks of Shaolin Temple, then that is very good. Else, karma can lead one to regret many mistakes caused by acts of violence. Mars represents our energy system and the first chakra, which is Muladhara, with the color red, or the root chakra. Hence, it is also referred to as the red planet, as it reflects red color as seen by the naked eye. Mars is seen as the greatest malefic planet in Vedic astrology. A person with Atmakaraka planet Mars is fearless, energetic, and commanding. Mars is a bundle of energy which is very much required to lead a good and healthy life. It maintains a very healthy and instinctive approach to life. A well-placed Mars in a horoscope lends the much needed force for competing in any field, be it sports or any form of physical activity. For a person with Atmakaraka Mars, the ultimate learning is that the soul is indestructible and does not need physical protection. It is believed that violence is a manifestation of one's hatreds towards other creatures and beings. A strong Atmakaraka Mars will make a great leader who has the ability to transform society. They can bring about radical changes in the way society runs and lead them to be more abiding and lawful citizens. So right off the bat, I have never been into a fight. I hate confrontation. I hate when people are yelling. I don't like seeing people being abusive. That's crazy because I don't like, oh my God. And what I'm reading, my screenshot is 222. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me, is to stay away from violence, because so far I have. So I feel like I'm following out that path of doing what I'm supposed to be doing, is to avoid violence. So, oh, and also with the whole, like, all the wars, I've always been like, peace, no, like, make love, not war. But honestly, like, if nobody fought, if everybody put down their weapons across the globe and decided I am not fighting other humans who are just part of me, we're all connected. If everybody decided not to harm their family or other people, then we would never have war. So yeah, that's how I feel, and I feel like I'm following my Atmakaraka. So let me know if you have Mars and if you agree. But let me know, whichever one you are, in the comments if you are following the path as you should, as they say you should be. So for the second part of this, remember we looked at which house your Atmakaraka is in. Oh, Indica, look at the baby. She's looking out the window. Okay. This is so cute. All right, so the second part is which the house. So now you want to Google Atmakaraka, the planet, in the number house that you found out. So example, mine was Atmakaraka Mars in the 9th house. So it's going to give you a little summary. So it says, if Atmakaraka is in the 9th house, the native is a very pious person and is wealthy and fortunate. The 9th house position of Atmakaraka is considered to be one of the most auspicious positions and brings in full results of fortune to the native. So that is nice, but go ahead and click on that link for Astro Bix, so whichever house you're in. And you want to scroll down to where it says, if Atmakaraka is in the whatever house that you're in, and it's going to say the same thing I just read, but it also says, in the content of education and spirituality, the native is able to influence the thoughts of others and direct them in the right path. With Atmakaraka in the 9th house, the native can also become a guru or a preacher. Materially, such a native has no concerns in this world. So I don't have material concerns. But it says I'm wealthy and fortunate. And I don't have a lot of money, guys. I do not. I work at an RV park and travel. So I think I'm fortunate with my experiences and just enjoying life. So they're not very materially. So, and that's like how I prefer it. Remember, mine also said if the 10th house was important. So if yours said that, then go and Google in the 10th house. So Atmakaraka Mars, or your planet, in the 10th house. So same thing on Google. It says a person with Atmakaraka in the 10th house receives happiness through family, home, and mother. And guys, I just got back from Key West. It was such an emotional time visiting my family. I cried the whole time. And yeah, even this morning I cried I was watching The 100, which I've watched. This is the second time watching it all the way through. If you haven't checked out The 100, definitely try it out. It's super interesting. But it was talking about the mother losing her daughter. And I'm going to cry now, but yes, so you receive happiness through the family, home, and mother. Everyone around the native are well earned and thus provide a luxurious life to the native. The native is blessed with accrued assets and property, as well as respect and love from close friends and relatives. Go ahead and click that link, and when you do, it might be the same exact thing that was on the summary. So, and mine is. So when I click the link, it's the same thing as the summary. Just short and sweet right there. And then lastly, there is a third thing we're talking about, and this is interesting because if you've probably noticed, you had the highest degree in Mars, but you also had a sign. And do you remember what mine was? Pisces. So I have Mars and Pisces. So what I'm going to share with you is short and sweet about each of the signs in your highest planet, your Atmakaraka zodiac sign. And a lot of the things I'm going to read you, because your Atmakaraka talks about the positives and the negatives. So we just talked about a bunch of positive, and hopefully your guys' was positive too, with the planet and the houses. But now for the sign, it gets negative because, you know, you need the balance of good and bad, right? To keep us whole. So what I'm going to say is probably going to be negative. It's going to talk about your fears, but not all of them are bad. 3 of the zodiacs I'm going to read you actually is a good message. So if one of those is you, that's good for you. So once you know your sign, I'm going to read them all to you. So you don't have to go to an external source. I will just read it to you. I'll sit back in the middle since I won't be posting anything up here anymore. And you can see Indica over here looking out the window. So if you have your highest sign or your Atmakaraka zodiac sign is in Aries, this person or you will be subjected to the fears and bites of rats, cats, and other similar animals. So, are you afraid of cats? Are you allergic to cats? Have you been bitten by a mouse on accident, like at a pet store or something? Or similar small like rodents or animals? Let me know in the comments. Moving on to Taurus. If you have a Taurus as your highest Atmakaraka, there will be fear from quadrupeds, which I had to Google because I had no idea what that means. So it's animals with 4 feet. So you have a fear of animals with 4 feet, especially hooved animals. So are you afraid of horses? Or, I don't know, zebras or cows? Do they have hoofs? So, yeah, let me know if you're afraid of hoofed animals with 4 legs. So, moving on, if your highest is the Gemini, the person will suffer from obesity, itches, and skin rashes. So, let me know. Do you have skin rashes? This is just so interesting, isn't it? But I thought this was fun to throw this out there because, you know, or maybe this is a warning sign, like take care of your health. Make sure to not run through poison ivy, or always have itch cream or rash cream with you, right? So just some warning signs. Moving on to Cancer. So dangers and troubles come from watery places. Are you afraid of the water? Do you not like dark, like lakes? Do you swim in the ocean? Do you have scary dreams of the water? Let me know if that aligns with what you got. I'm very interested. It also talks about dangers and troubles with leprosy. So let me know about that too. Okay, if your highest one is a Leo, troubles will come. Close your ears, Indica. Troubles will come from dogs and canine animals. So have you ever been bitten by a dog or had to rescue a dog from a dog fight and now you're always afraid of dogs fighting? Or I don't know, let me know what are your experiences, or maybe in the future this will happen to you and it's a warning sign to be careful around dogs. Moving on to Virgo. So you may suffer from fire, itches, and obesity. So it's another obesity one, but also fire. So be careful around fire. Or have you already experienced something traumatic through fire? Let me know. Libra. The person will make much money by okay, this is one of the good ones. So if you have a Libra, the person will make much money by merchandise. So do you own a store or do you sell stuff online? If not, it's saying that you would make a lot of money doing that. So maybe something to start doing. Scorpio. This person will have fears and dangers from watery animals. So animals in the water. Snakes. And will have no milk from his mother. I thought that was very weird. So ask your mom if you can. Was she able to breastfeed you, or did you like reject it? I'm interested to know that. I know I'm weird. I want to know all this stuff, guys. So 4 more left. Sagittarius. This person will have suffering and dangers from falls, transportation and travel methods, horses, etc. And also from elevated places like trees, houses, hills, mountains. So if you're a Sagittarius, are you afraid of heights? Like traveling in a plane or climbing ladders. It's saying transportation, so be careful when you're like in a bus or a car or flying. Those are just some warning signs. But let me know, are you afraid of heights or horses or things like that, or being in high places? Capricorn. Troubles and sorrows from aquatic animals, fierce birds, skin diseases, large wounds, and glandular expansions. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I feel bad reading some of these things. But let me know. Same thing. Are you afraid of birds? Let me know. Aquarius. This person will do charities in the shape of constructing wells, tracks, gardens, temples, etc. So I consider that a good one because you're going to be doing a lot of charity work, or maybe you already are, or you love working in your garden, or you help, people with their gardens or building things or fences or whatever. Let me know if you do that. If not, it's saying you probably should start. And lastly, Pisces. I did not save mine for last. The website I used, which is always linked in my credits, put this one last. So best for last, Pisces. I can't believe what I'm about to read. But for me, if you have a Pisces, listen to this. The person will be forward of virtuous deeds and charities, and will take residence in a celestial abode, or will attain to the final bliss, or final emancipation, or freedom from rebirths. So I'm basically getting from this is I'm going to be living like in a celestial place after here, and like I will not have to be reborn to earth. Like my soul after this life should be successful. I kind of believe it because I'm doing all this traveling. I'm with a partner I love. I am enjoying the pleasures that earth provides. I am not fighting or taking part in war or politics or any of that. I really think this might be my last life here on earth, guys. But I could be wrong. But anyways, my Atmakaraka tells me that basically enjoy my last time here. So I think that is all I have for you guys. Let me just make sure. Yeah, that is all I have. So thank you so much for requesting this topic. I had so much fun learning about myself, and hopefully you guys did too. Stay tuned for the next video because I have a whole list of requests from you guys that I'm going to get to every single one of them. And I'm also, I think, going to be starting to do more shorts with like this fun thing I got. It's on the shelf over here. You can't really see it yet, but I got something that I want to start doing just for fun, which that will be coming soon. So stay tuned. And thank you so much for watching. You say bye. Oh, baby. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day. Mwah.